So thank you all for taking the time to join us today. I want this to be relatively informal, and we're here today really after a long dialogue we've been having led by a remarkable community group called The Village. I know everyone here knows The Village, and John Royal and Rashawn and others who are stewarding this conversation, and so many other remarkable things they're doing for this community. And this is about transportation and busing and our students. And so, thanks to Mr. Royal and Mr. Hornsby and others, they staged a walk last year to have us walk 2.4 miles in the shoes of our students. And that number was very deliberate because the prior busing policy was that you had to live at least 2.5 miles away or further in order to get a New Jersey Transit busing pass. And my reflection in all this has been, it's one thing to look at data and budgets on a spreadsheet and to make decisions, and it's a whole other thing to actually walk the walk and to work collaboratively with community leaders to better understand the needs of our students and our families. And so, I think this is community collaboration at its finest, and our role as public officials to be responsive to the needs. And we still are going to have challenges. It's not to say we're just going to wave a wand and all those challenges are going to go away, but this is progress. And so this is that we are changing that radius down to 2 miles and further. And so that provides increased busing for an additional 220 students. And so I think about Kyla Evans, I think about Lewis and the other students who joined us on that walk, who will now have that access. And we all felt it. I mean, that was a serious walk. That was a serious walk. And some of us, by the way, we didn't walk back, and they have to walk back. We only basically did the halfway version of it. And so grateful that you all were able to stage that for us because it was an important lesson in empathy, and we now are better off as a district because of it. So the investment, by the way, for anyone that is curious about kind of the financial investment, it's about a $150,000 increase in aid for transportation. So with that said, I want to pass it over to Mr. Royal to say a few words.
Okay. First, I want to say thank you. I think we were pleased with the almost immediate response into the challenge of all of us walking together and seeing what the kids face daily. So we appreciate that because it shows that our efforts were taken seriously. You guys felt the need to address it immediately going into the school year. So it'll be a lot of children that'll be affected positively because of it. The kids face a lot of challenges, a lot of different challenges that we used as key points for the walk to show the importance of why they needed the transportation. And I see that you guys received that as we suggested, and the kids are going to benefit from this. The 2.0 miles now is a great step. Obviously, we'll be looking for other ways to make their transition easier, but we fully appreciate that and accept that as an olive branch to, transition our children to getting an education that's also concerned with their safety as well. At this point, I would love to have the students talk and Ms. Wawa talk. Thank you, everyone, for supporting the village in our efforts to try to make the community a better place for us all. And feel free to join in with us. We meet every Monday, 7 p.m., either at the Buff Hall or at the Firefighters Junior Hall, which is 327 Market Street. Everyone is already a member of the village. It's not like you have to be approved or sign up. Just being from the community or surrounding communities, just being concerned overall as a humanitarian makes you a member of the village. So please feel free to join us, and don't eat on Mondays because we also feed you.
Hi everyone, my name is Dayana Jackson. I go to Creative Arts, Morgan Village Academy. I'm 17 years old. My trouble with the transportation is after school I have to come to Camden High for a marching band, and if you're in the marching band you're not allowed to get bus tickets because they know majority of the students from Creative Arts is the marching band. So usually when we fight for a bus ticket, we still get turned around by the bus drivers on the bus because they know it's too many of us. So we usually have to walk from Creative Arts to Camden High, which is a 20-minute walk. Many people have instruments. I am a dancer, so I have an extra bag of practice clothes. So it's kind of hard especially being a student and a dance major because I'm dancing in school. Now I have to walk 20 minutes to go to Camden High to dance again. So it's a lot of pressure on me.
Hello, my name is Jasana Trusty. I'm 15, and I actually had to switch schools because transportation issues. It's not easy walking to school every day in the morning. It's like nobody out, so when certain people, like older men, try to talk to you, I'm actually scared. And that's not something you get used to. It's long from walking from home to school and back every day. So, like, helping out with the buses and stuff, it will help out a lot. Like, I appreciate it. So scared.
I just want to say, as he said before, thank you so much for actually, taking that time and that effort and immediately responding. John, you are amazing. I can't wait to see what else you come up with. But I can say this is a perfect example of the community coming together to make it happen, along with the superintendent. So together we can achieve much, and divided we can't achieve anything. But thanks a lot.
I want to welcome and acknowledge Assemblymember Barkley, who has been advocating for busing solutions at the state legislature. So I'm going to have him say a few words.
Thanks, Superintendent. First of all, good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. Just from testimony you already said, and us being on record already. What was it? In June, we did the 2.45 mile walk from here to Creative Arts, and by the end of it, we were all soaking and tired, but this is definitely a serious matter. Like the young lady said, she has to face issues with like grown men, trying to hit on a 15-year-old, and and we have testimony, not just what we think, but we have testimony from young men that we're working with the Chief Thompson's Gang Task Force that tell us that sometimes either join the gang or get beat up every day. Who wants to get beat up every day? And some kids just totally say, I'm not going to school, period, and just 15, 16-year-old drop out, and then sometimes, we all know when they drop out, they never really get back into it. So that's just kind of like a lost life. And I don't know if they touched on it. I just got here, but we haven't talked about inclement weather. Weather, could be pouring down rain, and by the time a kid gets here, he or she is drenched, already have an attitude. It's snow. It's just a lot of issues. We go on and on about this matter, but, if we don't get something done soon, we're going to lose a lot more kids. With session being back September 8th, I hate to politicize it, but it is what it is. But September 8th, we're back in session. And before we left for the summer, already planted some seeds with different legislators, especially ones that represent urban neighborhoods like Camden. Let them know and they feel the same, pain we feel. We have to do something about this. So, I just want to say thanks again for all you guys being here, family, all types. We've gotten a lot of support from the last time we did the walk. Now we just got carried the momentum up to the State House, and like I said, I don't mind doing it up there. This is Camden. We all know, although I represent 18 other towns, Camden's my baby. I love it, and I'm gonna do everything I can for our residents to be have a better life. Just like like Congressman Norcross always says, it shouldn't matter what zip code you live in, how you live. So with that being said, I just want to say thanks again for everybody. You guys taking time being here. Superintendent, thanks for helping us out. And your rest of your staff, Wawa, John, and everybody else. So thanks again.